Hello everyone and welcome back to State of Decay 2. Hope you enjoyed the finale of the beginner's guide, but today I'm going to put myself to the ultimate challenge and I am going to play as one character. The goal is to complete every single map of State of Decay.
I don't want to be near that bloater when it pops.
With one character, and the one character I have chosen is this badass. As you can see, she has a minus 40% injuries. She has 100% 100 plus infection resistance. That's good. She has 15 max material storage, 15 max fuel storage, and 2 max ammo storage. But she does take up 2 beds. Still like that fat fuck. And then she also has a 50% shooting experience rate, but also has a minus 66% standing rewards. And the goal of this whole series isn't to do the legacy storyline. It's obviously she is a warlord, and warlords you can't finish the story without people on your side. So what I'm gonna equip that. I'm gonna quit that and then get rid of this real quick. Right. But yeah, with the warlord storyline, you can't complete it on your own. You have to have other people with you. But as you can see, there's only one person here. This is going to be very interesting because I don't know how it's going to go. I've never done this. And we're also on Nightmare difficulty. Everything is Nightmare difficulty. Never played Nightmare. As you can see, the fucking shit's going up. But let's get into it. And we have no starter vehicle. And I've just skipped the beginning. I used the 3 to get started. And as soon as the beginning missions are done, we're good to go. And as you can see, we can't see where the plague heart is. We can see the red areas, but we can't see the plague heart. And I feel like this base is just going to stay. All I need is an infirmary. Once I made it over to this tower, I just scouted in the area to just see where everything is. And I was hopefully looking forward to seeing that fucking vehicle having petrol. But it doesn't. But scouting this area out, as I'm going to do throughout this playthrough. Because you can't find the fucking plague hearts if they're not on the map. So you got to scout them out. And I think I'll find one in a minute. Obviously, I'm voicing over everything. And as you can see, I found a plague heart. So I got to fucking deal with it in a minute. Plus, there's an enclave that I want to talk to. But first, I want to get that plague heart. Let's see what I do. Once I finished scouting the area, I ran over to the lovely people that like Amy, and she asked me to go and get some fucking plague samples. So my brain thought, what can I do to get plague samples? I could take on the fucking plague heart, but before I did that, I go and got some petrol, and then I'll take on the fucking plague heart. Because I looted that petrol outpost, I got plenty of fucking gasoline to pour this shit up. So I'm just refueling out and finding a fucking toolkit. Also helps quite well because now I've got a starter car. Fuck the Meagher. Man's get Dwight's handyman. Don't call that number because nothing will fucking come up. Once I fixed the pickup and filled the gasoline into the back, I decided, you want plague samples? I'll give you fucking plague samples. So strategically parking my vehicle right next to the plague heart in the window after some fucking stupid driving. I hop out. I run to the back door, just remembering my marker because the markers pissed me off. I open the back door very sneakily, close it behind me so stop the horde from chasing me, and I get my fucking big hammer and start wailing on the big bitch. But because it's Nightmare Zone, a few swings of the fucking heavy axe, or heavy brick, I should say, get the first phase done, taking partial fucking damage. But before I left, I took a molly to the bitch. Should be clearing any of the fucking zombies inside near the plague heart. And my stupid ass thought, let's try and climb the fucking building. Of course I can't. Running around the zombie. Jumping back through the fucking window. Trying to get a couple swings on, but my character jittled out a little bit there. Getting a first one power swing onto the fucking plague heart. Cleared second phase. My dumbass ran into it and took partial damage. But before I leave, I toss a fucking molly. Running back outside, trying to clear the horde. And that molly surprisingly actually cleared the horde. So my dumb ass running back in, took a little bit more damage. A few more power swings of this heart up with the brick, and the heart falls like an easy fuck. Also, I get the plague samples, and oh, hey, food. Lovely to have in this fucking zombie apocalypse. As I was driving back over to the Enclave, I just spoke to getting the plague samples, just running through zombies, almost running over a crackhead, and instantly fucking hit a bloater. Can I be more stupid? As I'm trying to get out, I took a lot of damage, but there goes the fucking crackhead. Taking a lot of damage, as you can see, my stamina is practically nothing, and I've took partial damage to my health. But again, trying to clear out these zombies before I can go and try out the Enclave. Because let's be real, I want these to be friendly with me until I fucking need them. Because with the Warlord storyline, can't really do fuck all until I have people in my Enclave, my own Enclave. So I might recruit these at one point for cannon fodder, but sell them the shit I won't use. Keep the pills, check if they've got any fucking thing. But then I see they've got mollies, so I grab the mollies. And of course, I grabbed myself some fucking Red Bull. And once I've climbed all them shit off them and done the thing, I head back to the pickup. After quickly dropping my shit off at base, I decided to claim this outpost. Just because I've realised that if I'm only using one character in this fucking series, fatigue will kick in, and that means I need a fuckload of caffeine. So claiming this outpost will also give me some espresso that could also get rid of my fatigue and my stamina then. But as you can see on the screen, my stamina's already fucked as it is, and fighting these fuckers don't really kind of help, because if I take any more partial damage, I will also lose some more stamina. And I've also, if you noticed, I've got snap aim on this, because obviously it's a red Talon agent. My stamina's crucial, and as you can see, I've got fuck all anyway. So using the snap aim at the moment doesn't really help. Searching through these, don't find anything there. Find a molly, always useful. And in the last one, find fuck all. But because it's my outpost, I can just put shit away into my locker. Job's a good one. But I think I also craft, yes, I craft some espresso. I make a fuckload just in case, and I keep them in the back of the pickup. Before I head back to base, though, I decided to scout the area to see if I can find any more plague hawks. But literally looking at one barn does the fucking job. I was thinking, what can I do now? Go and fucking scout more just to find them fucking plague hawks. Once I made it to the next tower, I scout the area to find more plague hawks, but don't really find anything fucking of use. Thought I'd find a new vehicle, but it has no petrol as it is Nightmare Zone. I do find a plague hawk, but I don't think I go and carry on, take it out, and just scout the next one, and there's a fucking fire station. But the next thing I want to do, just checking the vehicles to see if they have any fuel, and I go next to the next tower to scout for more plague hearts. I move to the next tower to scout the area as usual, searching around, got a lot of shit to look at, find a house, find a fucking bloater. Don't know if I find anything else of interest, but of course I find a fucking plague heart. And I'm just scouting out, trying to find more shit, trying to find a potential another plague heart, and of course I find one. But the rest of it, pretty simple. Now there's 3 plague hearts in this area. Will I take it on? We'll see in a sec. After scouting out in that tower, I go to the next plague heart, strategically parking my vehicle, because I see the plague heart in the open in the living room. Strategically parking it, when I mean strategically, I just ram it into the fucking front porch. Forgetting to close the door behind me is a stupid idea, but I go 2 power swings onto the heart. Oh wait, no, I've been bit, and now I've got a massive part of infection. I pop a bit of steroids, jump through the window to the other porch, jump the fence like I'm fucking an acrobat. This time I just lob a molly and set myself on fire, very strategically in my opinion. Then I run to an abandoned pickup, struggling to fucking climb it as usual. Struggling again to climb it, but then I eventually get onto it. And the next thing I want to do is draw the hordes, so I taunt the hordes all the way to me. But there's only 2 of the fuckers. Oh wait, there's more jumping at the window trying to nib at my ankles. But luckily, instead of the K2, zombies can't climb, so they are stuck at the bottom of this pickup. Continuing to taunt to see how many zombies are around. There's fuck all, so I decide like I'm a fucking acrobat and a professional sprinter. I run through, but me, shutting the door, remembering to shut the doors, and run to the other side of the plague heart so I can get 1, 2, and then 3 hits on the plague cart, phasing it once again. Once I've looped around the house, I run through the fucking house, forgetting to shut the door, and I was like, ah, fuck it, I ain't got enough time, let's throw a molly. Then jumping through the window, running back to old trusty pickup, and then the idiot forgets he can't climb it from that side, but eventually does get up, and I decided, you know what, I can see it, let's switch to my secondary and just load the fucker with some bullets, and after the plague heart falls, the zombies fall as well. Once I got enough time to loot it, I grab all the goodies and see ammo, and I believe I just saw a fucking fuel bomb. I jump out the window like I'm a fucking superhero in a movie, and I load the pickup with all my goodies. And then I decide, you know what, maybe one plague got not enough, or should I retreat back to base and fill up the shit, and so I can continue. Once I drive back to base, I strategically park it, and I'm going to say strategically a lot in this video. I park it into the spot, getting out the vehicle and going to the back with this sneaky little feature in staying together. Some people don't know, just fucking store it from your vehicle. But I keep the espressos just in case fatigue starts to set in. And then I decide, you know what, let's get back in the pickup, or I get out again. Because I realise I've got quite a lot of infection, and I'm close to be using a plague cure, but I don't have one at the moment because I do not have enough medical supplies. So going back to the base, I use the best thing in this video, infection therapy, and I'm checking that I can't get rid of my fucking damage that I've taken because of the bloater previously and getting attacked by zombies. So I run back out, checking my inventory, and I'm off to go and continue the journey of the solo Red Talon. Once I left base, I decided, let's go for another plague cart. But I also claimed an outpost of a medical centre that I'm not showing because of video purposes. And I can't be arsed. As you can see, I'm scouting for the heart, but I found it in the bedroom window strategically. Once again, parking the vehicle close to the window just in case I need to climb on the vehicle. Just to shoot the fucker. I barge through the door, but also close it while a fucking dickhead tries to charge me. And then I realise there's a lot of them. So I get trying to run around this small pot. But then I find myself in a spot that I can sustain. 1, 2, 3, 4 swings of my heavy weapon. I take it. I get the first phase done. Then I jump through the window and decide, you know what? Have a molly, you bastard. And I believe that molly takes out the second phase and also takes out the zombies in the area. Jumping the fence, I am trying to get rid of the hordes that are following me by crouching behind the wall. And because of my new ability that I don't think I showed, I've unlocked sprint crouching. That will be very useful in this series. Once I've noticed the hordes have lost me, I speed crouch all the way over to the house, going through the back door while the hordes jump through the window where the plague heart is. Of course, I didn't fucking realise that when playing, but editing himself realised it. I open the door sneakily and don't see any of the Zeds nearby, forgetting to close the door, and then I turn the corner and see a fuckload. Then I dodge and dive and weave, trying to get back on top of the bed, just in the same spot, and then I get hit again, taking a little bit of impartial affection. Jumping back out the window, I decide, fuck it, here's a firebomb, and I put a firebomb in, and then I'm stupidly thinking of this now. I realised later on that my vehicle took a bit of damage, and it's not the fucking firebomb's problem. It's not mine. And then I run back in when the thing's phasing and I take damage, and I decide, fuck it, let's unload it with some fucking pistol ammo. Once the heart's down, I looted of all of its goodies, finding more fucking food again, but also finding pipe bombs that could be useful in the future. I love the pickup, and like I said, fucking food. I've found 2 already, and there's a bit of coffee that I found earlier in the video that I'm not showing for video purposes. I load the pickup, jump back in the window to loot the plague heart of the plague samples because they'll be useful later on in life, and I load the pickup of the plague samples. Once I finish with the plague heart, a mission spawned of a mysterious broadcast, but all I do is park and get out the vehicle, and that's the job's a good one. So I reverse out of there and crash into the lamppost with my damaged vehicle, so I need to find a repair kit. Driving back to base to unload all my goodies, I decide I might take on another plague heart, or I might escape for more. We'll see in a minute, but loading up my goodies that I have got from the plague heart, increase my food supply, and 1 medical sack makes enough so I can make a plague cure. But there's a fucking screamer nearby, so I just shoot the fucker in the head. No pun intended, I just shoot the fucker in the head because I don't want him near me. I load the coffee into my fucking storage, and later on that will come back and bite me in the arse. But I decided, you know what, now, while I'm back at base and I've got enough medical supplies, I'm going to use the infirmary to get rid of my damage. And now look at my stamina and look at my health. But I don't use infection therapy because I've only took a tiny little bit of infection. But then I head back to the pickup and I decided, you know what, let's go and challenge myself. Let's go. And I decided, you know what, let's go and take... Oh, wait, hold on. I was going to say, let's go and take on a play card, but there's a fucking Cleo drop, so let's go and loot its goodies. And once again, as I set off on my journey, I found another fucking billboard. So you know what? I'll escape the bitch and find more play cards. I find a bloater instead, but I don't know if I find a play card, because I'm not sure. I think there's one in the 4 fucking buildings down there. 1, 2, and there's a play card. Oh no, never mind, it's right there. My fucking stupidity thought there was one there. Checking the area just to get it all scouted, and yes, of course, there is a play card. But instead of going straight for the play card, I go for the Cleo drop to get all its goodies. Once I've driven my way over to the Cleo drop, I decide let's get rid of these fucking plague zombies. So using my aim snap, I got rid of them. But as you can see in the bottom left corner, I have contracted fatigue that I probably skipped over when I got it. But fuck it, there's a zombie trying to munch on my vehicle, and as it's damaged as it is, I don't want it to explode. I'll find a nice little source of ammo and a new gun with a note saying with all the shit I've got. I'll load everything into the pickup, including that nice and fancy hat that I might be wearing in a future episode. I don't know, because I probably won't remember the fucking name of it. I'll go back to the Cleo drop just to collect the notes so I can sell to an enclave later on in the episodes or in the series. And also, if you're enjoying this series, drop a like and subscribe, because there'll be more episodes of the solo Red Talon in future episodes, and I might take on more maps with this ferocious beast as a woman, Sarah. I loot the I've lost my words now, fucking hell, speaking for this long fucks me up. I look for a fucking repair kit, but I can't find one because they don't fucking spawn there. But I do find a nice little shoddy that could be used in future videos. If I don't use it, then there's no fucking point talking about it. But I also find something very mischievous that looks like a jar of honey, but I don't know what it is, so I'm going to have to look it up later on in the video. I decide, you know what, let's get the fuck out of here, and I'll move on with my life. Also crashing for the gate with a broken down fucking vehicle. That just makes my life even more harder. So yeah, life's a good one. Once I've driven back to base, I park the pickup in the parking spot so I can quick save everything into my inventory. Saves me life, saves time when I'm fucking putting everything into my inventory and then running back to the pickup to save everything. I also drop off my extra ammo because, let's be real, I don't need almost 100 bullets in the fucking gun. I've run up into my base checking if my hero is a leader yet, but she is not. Because she has warlord-like tendencies, I need more people later on in life to get the storyline done. Obviously, I used my first coffee of the video, but my only coffee because I want that fatigue to be fucking gone. But I also think of myself during this gameplay. I've had enough of this shit. Let's get on with life. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Click the subscribe button and the like button if you want to see more videos of the solo Red Talon. Click the bell so you're notified when I upload. But anyway, if you want to see more of the solo Red Talon, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.